First promotion accelerating activities done, and we've already got dropouts. Doozy of a drop, too. Can't believe Ormsby pegs these people as executive material. Me, sure. Them? Huh.
We can hear you.
Hush, Cobb. Today's task was about upward
Friendly type.
and other slackwits.
Show some respect.
Like you care. You didn't even participate.
I told you, I got a cute Lumbago.
Time to break camp. Which I will surely dominate. This is Sanitation Specialist Cutshaw, soon to be VP of something big, signing off.
To deny killing these traitors was invigorating, but their leader still needs to be dealt with. That I'm really going to enjoy.
Another rift. I'd rather not get up close and personal like that if it's all the same to you.
Why are you still alive? There's been some ghastly mistake. We must speak on the latest revelation before you compound it by killing me. You're obviously unaware that you've been officially marked for death. Otherwise, you'd have killed yourself and saved us all the trouble. It's unfortunate I was unable to inform you of this before you killed so many loyal members of the Dawn. But so be it. Glad we were able to clarify all of that. Well?
I'm thinking I'd normally just kill this idiot where he stands, but I must know what in the architect's name he's Ziegler, what's got into your brain pan? You used to be a dedicated member of the Dawn. How could you think there was a legitimate kill order on me?
You were revealed as a betrayer through the sanctified channel. How can you disobey a revelation from on high, when you yourself exhorted us constantly to never do such?
You make a compelling point. But then again, so does my knife. Let me introduce you to it. Why the fuck not? You're such the jester, Commander. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right.
Hostile ahead. What's the
I can't believe what Hierarch Ziegler was saying.
Glad we were able to clarify all of that.
Zig,
You
you make a compelling point. But then again, so does my knife. Let me introduce you to...
Rough customers,
Commander, don't make me avenge you. On the way. Someone's offering medic. Happy to help.
What hierarchy? The poor fools probably thought they were just fulfilling their duty. Damn straight they should have. If only it were that simple. It should be impossible for someone to infiltrate our communication systems, especially when it comes to a high-level communique. Unless they somehow have our codes. This could only mean that one of our members has been compromised. I have no idea. If I go anywhere near one of our encampments, I'll be forced to kill... Of course, any member of the Dawn who turns on me without thinking is asking for death, but... This could still... Don't worry. I'll stay on as part of your crew until I get this...
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more grit. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? No, yeah, of course. It's just... I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. True, she's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. I will say, it's a lot easier to do just that now. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless it was less merger and more, and now her new brand's been turned into an invasion. Always up for a little backfence talk. Though, can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's choice than they have to her, but... Underneath that friendly old lady facade, Marisol's a killer. Future's always changing, though. Who knows? Maybe I think she'd have a hell of a time passing the director at psychological screening. Don't much care for all her talk about. Truth be told, I don't know her all that well. Reckon she's unmoored and grabbing for anything that feels like purpose. At least that's what I would say if I was feeling charitable. Sure thing. I trust you've got...
That damn Wiley put us in an impossible situation. I'm glad those hostages can go back to their families, but I fear we played right into DeVries' hands. With that data, she could wreak more havoc than... Look, I know that if there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me. That's all I ask. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. See, though I reckon he's seen his fair share. Oh, I got a lot of choice words that would have even Val covering her audio receptors. So I'll spare you. She ain't right in the head. She's damn near bloodthirsty. Hey, no, I'm keen to learn about her.
Maris, this unit has also been informed by the Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth.
You might follow a ruinous religious doctrine and be driven by irrational, bloodthirsty urges, but you are a rather effective killer, and I respect that.
Means a lot coming from such a ruthless purveyor of death. Wish you'd let yourself really get into it sometimes, though. Get your face and hands drenched in blood.
That sounds disgusting, dear. Though I do appreciate the sentiment. The hostages went home safe. We'll see if those at the peace talks make it.
May all. I must admit to being highly vexed by this kill order situation. Of course, you think. So were I even to such as? Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story. Prison? Really? Were you mentally refreshed? I wholeheartedly concur. Regret is for the unenlightened. Fortunately, the Dawn saved me from such concerns. They gave me a new life and wiped away the old. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant like the arterial, and I'm still not interested in discussing.
Greetings! How has the data collection fit? Finally, a breakthrough! Sounds like, aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments? That last question, were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened? Lackey, here's something for your time. It would have been more. Auntie's Choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes. I am! But if the order fails in Arcadia, none of that will matter. I'm just making the most of what— Oh, I'd be happy to. Anyone willing— Now—
Why we have to buy our own weapons from our own merchants. Got people who can build just better.
Anybody even listening to this? I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to. No. Ships decidedly ain't in my. Before the supervisor saw her as a threat, and well, just about everyone died. Anyway, can we be. My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
You need coveralls. If you're in need of sprucing up the I got. Garment's here. Come ganderize.
Doctor here. Get your stitches. If you've wounds that need stitching, stimulants. Medicaments, drugs. Get your drugs here.
If you lost it, I'm selling it. Tell me what you need. Can't. Get caught unawares? All you like. My armor will keep you safe.
believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
Thank law that displays listen to reason. Think of the cost of our predictions had not been made.
I will not stand in the way of your pursuit of a malicious act responsible for sharing the fatal from me.
Look, another ship. Doesn't exactly scream official delegation transport to me.
This must be the satellite that sent an emergency ping across the system. What led me to you, Commander? But why is DeVries hanging on to it?
This sort of satellite is new to me. Is it Earth tech? How did it get out here?
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the rifts.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of... It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, preposterous. Our mission to stop the talks is a righteous one. Why would I...
We need answers. Now.
You'll do no such thing. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths buy Agent DeVries and our comrades the time they need, that matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. I was warned you might try, but it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. But why would you leave me be? This situation is it? I may not know of this Earth Directorate you speak of, but I can tell you are not one to be trifled with. Fine, they're using you'll also. That's my end of the agreement of help.
They got that intel rather easily, didn't they? Let's have a look. For all of the Protectorate's ills, gonna need a way to power this thing.
Shall we say? This is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is beyond his depth, he and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance. Let's try the
against a protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous offer was rather draconian itself. Your own history goes out to you believe. Do not act like the current law emerges from nowhere.
I say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
DeVries' team must have gotten to these mechs first. I don't favor fighting on two fronts, but it's not looking like we have another choice.
Take care of him, Commander.
Some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration. It was astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an intelligent man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Turn our attentions once more to Golden Ridge. I'm grateful we could come to an accord after that unfortunate attack on Outpost Up. But many questions remain.
Of course. Allow me to offer this bit of data, then. The culprit of the attack was a proctor named Svoboda. My brave colleagues found her out.
So the Order is capable of decisive action. I had doubts after hearing about your monastery. Even though the hostages yet live, this crime happened under your purview.
I would remind you that these innocents survived because of our quick and accurate analysis of the situation. I do not appreciate insinuation that we allow chaos to run rampant on our watch. The chances are that any erratic variable is a result of your people's meddling in our Paradise Island. We may have no physical... there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate. But I was heartened to hear leaders port residents to seek shelter in Fairfield. Things rarely end this way for the Protectorate's abandoned subjects.
Ah, yes. The Protectorate had their folk living in fear. Between all those hangings and maniacal proclamations, that was all we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Well, we welcome the news of your...
That's a lot of support.
However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed. According to my analysis prior to this meeting, enough goodwill exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success, should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
Treaty? As in a contract? Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so much has yet to be discussed.
I'm starting to get an eerie feeling, like someone's got their lamps on us. one elevator ride away from having to breeze in our crosshairs. Oh.
Fine. I suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger and an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly quabbles over power. Especially when presiding bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight is nothing without propaganda, and our Minister of Marketing has already won for
Like sitting terror rays. You can't let DeVries make her move.
So you think that your people should rule? I certainly won't downplay the powers of persuasion here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people.
Oh, damn you.
Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's murder.
The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand as active.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Abara, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Oh, and once you stop me, will you stop speaking for him too? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here.
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the slaughter. Assassinating innocent folks for your own gain.
I don't give a damn for my legacy. I simply wish for you to... It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust a corporation with the kind of power that comes with controlling rifts. The Order should know better. It's as if they've forgotten how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's law, Augustine. You could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means. You were an unwelcome variable. Prior knowledge could have changed your actions, and the Seers had predicted that you and your team would perish in the process regardless. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I first spoke. I had to focus. But all I could think of was the cost I was being asked to pay to ensure the mission's success. And I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. It was only the start. I must finish what I started. And yet it's nothing compared to the utter and complete destruction that would have come to pass. No, I did the right thing at Horizon Point. I had to sit with too many unanswered questions after the mission. It eventually forced me to find a way to fix the rifts. If only to stop the thoughts that plagued me. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. You're wrestling fire here. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can... 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned corporation puts... But even if what you say is true, there's no... This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you. Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but it just didn't. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the... I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it can take... If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. All I can give is my word. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you... It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme... I have all... You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate Rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion. Even both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledge. It is. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim. For details on this, it appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the Astrogate...
What happened back there? We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made? Then why'd you do it? Mercy's a fine concept, but I'm not convinced everyone deserves it. Just hope we don't come to regret our stayed hand. I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end things there, for now.
Of your time. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others judged it such. I shut it down. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. I try not... Her research was unconventional, surely. Do... quite conducive for cooling the archive, and unconducive for me feeling my fingers.
These temporary indignities of the body are not contrasting to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Corneal frostbite be damned.
I find the proposed time leisure. Unaccountably so. But
Have an intellectually
You
stimulating
know.
day. You strike me as someone with a very small body of published work.
have you at least determined the cause of the avalanche?
Soldier walk through their gates. Reckon I had to step away.
The archive. Halt. Members of Auntie's Choice are not permitted inside Laplace's garden.
Huh. If only one of us could have foreseen this situation.
You should heed the wisdom of your friend.
Yeah. These hues suit my complexion real good.
As likely as I find that theory, we have rules and regulations for Laureate Beckett did impress the importance of not delaying you.
Impressed as I am that